Hello there, wrestling fans, and welcome to episode 106 of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I am your host, Joe the Panther III, and now introducing from the top of Metal Mountain all the way down to all 50 states. It's that happy heel himself, the Metal Geek.
What's going on, Ringside Crew? What's going on, internationally known? What's going on, everyone? What's going on, Joe?
Not too much, man. Like, man, I'm taking this trip with my buddy. So you have to get in a cab and go to Brooklyn because make sure you get some popcorn. Tell your mom, bring her to the couch, bring her to the laptop. Because let's give a warm Dudes at Ringside welcome to Sazzy boatright.
Hi guys.
How
you doing?
Great, welcome.
Good. What's going on?
Welcome. Do you like the thing? You like that?
Did I like your intro?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
Yes.
You're doing great.
I tried. I'm glad you
Joe,
were
you
here.
have to watch.
I almost blinded myself by the light that sits right, but the light that sits and stares at my sign.
Right.
I always pull a Ghostbusters. I look right into the light. I'm like, I looked into the trap, Ray, every time. I think
every
I do
time.
Every time, just to get everybody to freaked out. Joe's blind. Fake glasses and the light to the eyes. The vision doctor is gonna be my best friend when I finally go to it again.
I've always wanted glasses, if you can believe it. I've never needed glasses, and I've always wanted glasses. I think they are
you
very
can
cool
have
accessory.
mine. I don't need them anymore. Just kidding. I need them.
My glasses turn to sunglasses when it's sunny outside.
That is cutting edge technology. My girlfriend, I just gifted my girlfriend a pair of transitions lenses and like Moscot frames because she's never had like sunglasses because she doesn't want to wear prescription sunglasses. I think transitions lenses are the best. My dad wears them. My brother wears them. It does all the accessorizing for you.
Yeah, like I thought I didn't need glasses, and then they brought me to. I was having trouble with the little numbers on the UPC codes, and my boss is like, "There's something wrong with Joe's eyes. He can't see right." And then I went, "I think I need to get glasses because I could see them, but it looked like maybe I messed them up, or like I couldn't tell." Oh God, we're getting off topic, geek.
I think, and we're gonna give more topic. I think those boards like that they give you for the eye test, I think they're all a scam.
No, they're not. I ace them every time.
They're little dots that they say, yeah, can you read this? No.
They're real. They're real letters. They're real letters. I've seen them with my own perfect eyes.
Yeah. So who trained you, Sazzy?
It's Sazzy. It's just
Sazzy.
2 Z's, not 3 Z's. But I get trained at Technique to Training Wrestling Academy in Brooklyn, New York. And I heard that you're taking a cab to Brooklyn, New York for some reason.
That's our intro. We're internationally known. So instead of taking the Dudes at Ringside jet, we have to get a cab or a. Here we go. What is an animal that we would go, oh, that's beautiful, but you guys have to drive in it to go somewhere else? Ooh, bear.
A pack of dogs. Oh,
bear.
Okay.
Ooh, bear.
Dad.
Ooh, bear. An ooh, bear. Like, that's pretty funny.
Bear.
Ooh, bear.
I'm going to tell you that you should workshop it a little bit, but yeah. I think you're onto something.
Yeah, I was trying to make it a funny joke, but it tripped, fell, landed on its ass. Oh, puppy!
That's the joke. That's a joke Joe would make right now. It's like he's like, we don't have Uber around here. We have Ooh Bear.
Yeah, Ooh Bear.
Must be a Pennsylvania thing.
Yes. Oh, puppy! What's your dog's name?
This is King and this is Duncan. Oh no, this can't be happening right now, guys.
What kind of dogs?
King is a cockapoo
Cool.
So he's half Cocker Spaniel, half Poodle, and then King is a Golden Doodle, so half Golden Retriever, half Poodle.
Armand has a Golden Doodle. His name's Rook the dog.
They're really great dogs. I mean, both of them are really great, but like,
that's Rook in the picture right there, if you could see it.
Rook. Well, oh wait, in your picture?
No, in her profile picture.
Oh.
I
see. Okay.
Yeah.
Who is that? I have contacts.
That's Armand. Spiffy.
Ever
Nice.
so sleepy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like
so do you get?
Oh, sorry.
No, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say something, and I should have waited till you were done talking. My bad.
I was gonna ask if you guys wanted to talk about wrestling.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the key. That's why we're here.
Yeah. Okay.
So, what was your first match like in front of a crowd?
My first actual match was it was the first iteration of the show that's happening on Saturday. It was a secret show called Good Vibes and Dives. It's actually, you can stream it now on IWTV. And I had my debut match on that show. And that was very cool. It was a squash, fortunately for me. And it was against Dro Doobie. Do you guys know who Doobie is?
No,
he's a great guy, and he's an amazing wrestler. Y'all should definitely have him on this podcast. If you don't see him wrestle first, he should be booked by every promotion, as far as I'm concerned. But
you heard it here first on Dudes at Ringside. What's it? Joe Doobie, right?
Dro Doobie.
Dro
Doobie. Yeah.
Dro Doobie.
The man of 420 names. So he's a very good, very funny wrestler. But that's who I had my first match against. And then my second match was at Polyam Woodstock against the ill-fated Polyam Woodstock against Brother Greatness, actually. Mm. And I won. So that was pretty cool, because everything that I learned from Brad, I got to turn it back on him and kick his ass. So that was fun. That was nice. Yeah.
So have you ever traveled to like different countries or like out of the state of New York to wrestle?
I traveled to Maine last weekend, but I don't know if you guys are aware, but I'm like in my first year of my wrestling career. Like I've been wrestling for like 7 months. I first started dabbling in like 2018. So I probably wrestled for like 6 months in that year and then stopped, and then decided to pick it up in April again, because I heard about the school from my friend who is Dan the Goddamn Candyman. Another really fun indie wrestler y'all should know about.
So that's amazing that you've been wrestling as long as me and Joe have been doing this podcast.
Yeah, there you go.
That's awesome.
So here we are, all in the infancy of our careers.
Yes.
Yeah, we're all green.
Right? Very green.
I'm so green I look like an Ninja Turtle.
There you go. Greenest of greenhorns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah. Have you ever thought of like wrestling outside of the country, or like are you thinking about that yet?
Oh yeah, of course. Of course I'm thinking about it. I would love to go to Japan. I hear Europe doesn't have, I don't know, Europe's wrestling scene seems touch and go, but of course I would love to travel more for wrestling. I mean, I figured that was going to be a big part of the job. So
there are gems in Europe actually that are trying to connect with us. So they're trying
awesome.
So there are promotions in Europe, just they're very small, but they're little, what's the word I'm looking for? Little what's it called?
Little gems.
Like sprouts. They're sprouting out of the ground.
Oh, so they're green too.
They're green too. Yeah.
Okay.
So one called Coventry Pro, which is cool. we connect with a lot of their wrestlers, even though we have to either have the show at 2:30 in the afternoon or 6:30, because just to get
a word,
because of time difference, you know.
And then
they're in the UK.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Coventry Pro is like in a small town in England. So they're like a small town. But it's funny because I watch their shows on YouTube. You have to go on Patreon to watch a full show. I'm like,
oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But they put they do put their clips on YouTube, so you can watch their clips on YouTube. So
yeah.
And then there's WAW UK. You could find them on Twitch. They have a Twitch channel.
Word. Okay.
So, yeah. You could always try to get Stardom too in Japan. You said you want to travel to Japan. So
yeah, I watched Stardom. I watched Stardom on YouTube, and I stream occasionally in other ways, other wrestling promotions. But I love kind of catching up on what's going on. I really got into Gato Move too, like Choco Pro and stuff like that. That's how I kind of got into wrestling, was via comedy. So when I saw Gato Move in Japan, it reminded me so much of what I used to do in a comedy theater here at Upright Citizens Brigade. Actually, we would put on little wrestling shows. There would be comedy wrestling shows. So the characters would be really, we had Laundry Matt, who liked to chuck a laundry bag at people. We had the Big Boss Lady instead of Big Boss Man. I played a reality TV survivalist named Bear Girls, and I had a cameraman who frequently got in the way of spots, facilitated wins, things like that. So yeah, I really like those kinds of like fringy things in Japan too. But I'm also fascinated with the way that Joshi wrestlers
definitely
prepare.
Joshi wrestlers are awesome, by the way.
They're the most hardcore people on the face of the planet.
They're very they work and they take their job very seriously. Not that saying that nobody else does, but like every match in Japan has to be like a 5-star match.
Oh yeah.
To them, it's like if they don't get that 5-star match, it's like, okay, we're done here.
What do they do? Bring the person in the back and
and that audience is like silent, Yeah. They're like dead silent.
Me and Geek would be in hell. Because be like me, I'm the yeller of the group. I'm the big mouth, as I said before. I'd be in hell, be like, I can't yell. I'm not allowed to scream this match.
I mean, they do cheer and chant, but that's like towards the end. They like to. Japanese wrestling fans love to pace themselves because they'll do like little like that.
Yeah.
And then as the matches go on and until the main event, everyone starts going crazy, and then that's when most of the energy comes from, is their main events. So
right.
But I see you fitting in. If you ever went to Japan, I see you fitting into DDT.
I've never watched DDT, but
never watched DDT.
Good to know.
DDT is more like the comedy wrestling. It's kind of like it's like their version of Shikara, kind of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like Ibushi. I don't know if you know who Kota Ibushi is.
Yeah.
Kota Ibushi was actually, this is like the darndest thing that he did for DDT. He actually was standing on top of a car, shooting off fireworks, and then doing moonsaults off of cars. I'm like, what is going on here?
Amazing. Yeah. That should be the bare minimum of what happens in any wrestling match.
Shooting fireworks off of cars? Come on.
If there aren't any guns or pyrotechnics, I'm not coming.
So is there any male or female wrestler you're really looking to, they're on your list of people you want to wrestle?
Oh my gosh, like all of them. All of them. I was thinking, I really want to fight Darius Carter, because we're always getting into it on Twitter. I want to go after Becca nowadays because she's turned heel, and I don't know what's going on with that. But I actually get to go after Alec Price at the end of the month in Philly. So doing a no ring there against him and a couple of other people, and I don't know, fucking Chris Jericho. Take his stupid old ass.
Yeah, good match, I think. Geek, what do you think?
I think her versus Karen would be awesome.
Karen, Bam Bam.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Bam Bam. She's one of my favorite
awesome.
people.
She's
I would
awesome.
love to. I would probably be. I mean, she would crush me, but I love it.
He hits really hard.
We've heard from.
Yeah, she does.
She hits like a truck.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. I think I would flinch super hard in the corner waiting for that cannonball. But, the day will come and I will take her ass beating proudly.
Well, when you do, if you can, send us clips. We want to post it on the Dudes at Ringside. She did it! Oh, then the black eye emoji.
We'll do.
And then it's the face, the shock. There's like the cringe face, and then the black eye emoji. She did it.
That's how I felt after my match in Maine against Jessie Nolan. She kicked my ass.
Yeah, I saw. Sorry, Kate.
No, go ahead, Joe.
That's why I put the face under that picture, because I was like, oh crap.
Yeah.
She's on our podcast.
Yeah.
It was funny. Her episode was funny. She was in a camp doing like summer camp for these kids, and we're talking to her. All of a sudden her face goes from this, because she was on her cell phone, and she was like normal to this. They shot off a firework and she wasn't even ready for it, and she just like, boom. We're like, what happened? What happened? You couldn't see it, you couldn't even hear it. She was just like,
she was like, she handled it with grace and dignity. Probably she's a very graceful person. So
cool sticker. She sent me a sticker. It's on my change. Wow. Change jar.
Your change jar.
Change.
What happened? Change jar. See?
Right on.
There we go.
Nice. Right. And when you get that filled up, what are you gonna buy?
I'm thinking about saving my money to go to a big event that happens in April that everybody loves to talk about. WrestleMania. Maybe WrestleMania. Yeah.
I'm an iconoclast like that. Mania would be really fun. And it's in Texas this year, right?
Yeah.
I think that could be really fun.
Yeah.
We have
stickers too. If you have any stickers, do you have any merch you want to plug right now?
I mean, I've got merch on prowrestlingtees.com, but I'm getting stickers made and stuff. I'm gonna have merch at the show on the 30th in Philly. Are you new? Is Milford near Philly?
It's 300 and something miles away. That's our sticker.
Okay, so no.
If you ever come to Milford, hit me up. I'll definitely tell my dad and my mom or my dad to bring me to the show, and I'll meet you and give you a sticker.
Right on. Where is Milford close to?
Milford is close to Stroudsburg.
Okay, I don't know.
Middletown. Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I've been to Philly. I mean, there's a bunch of wrestling in Pittsburgh as well, as you probably know. But But you're not near Pittsburgh either.
No.
Yeah.
If you ever come here, you'll be like, Joe was right. There is nothing to do here, but there's a grocery store. I can buy all my beer and wine.
There you go. I mean, isn't that all you need? But Pennsylvania is a deceptively large state.
Yeah. Everybody thinks, you're close to this, right? It's like that TikTok video that people are like, are you close to Allentown? No. Are you close to this one? No. Are you close to Stroudsburg? No. I'm in the middle of nowhere, the little tiny town. That's pretty much
I'm used to that. I'm from the Midwest, so it's a lot of little tiny towns and like two big places, 2 big towns to triangulate. How did I get my name? So funny story about that. I was given that nickname by a bunch of Australians that I used to work with, because Aussies love to they love to like truncate names like that. So instead of Sarah, which is my shoot name, they would call me Sazzy. Sazzy, and it kind of stuck. I really liked it. I really liked how it sounded. I had another Australian friend who he's my trainer now, but he calls me Icy, because that's what I used to call my personal training business, was Ace of Swords Fit. So that was a runner up for my, no, that's just my last name. My last name is Boatright, and it actually is because I guess my ancestors liked building boats, not necessarily riding on them. But that might be inaccurate too, because I might be related to some ex-cons who came here under the name Boatright, and it wasn't actually their family name. So jury's out.
Yeah,
gotcha. There you go. Some history right there.
So Boatright history.
Did you ever get any advice within the wrestling community from anybody, and then you just ran with it?
Oh yeah. I mean, I think when people are excited about a wrestler, they love to throw a bunch of advice at that person. You know, I've received a bunch of ideas from a lot of people that I've trained with and that I've been in contact with. You know, people who like what I'm doing. They want to have have a hand in the creativity, which I appreciate, and I love taking suggestions, and I like hearing other people's ideas. At the end of the day, it kind of becomes a question of like picking and choosing wisely, because I can't take everybody's advice, but I always take the advice of my coach, Logan Black, and from Brother Greatness. And I'm training with Big Game Leroy as well, and Willow Nightingale. So those are the primary sources. I stick to those 4, and anybody else whose brain I might be able to pick. I'm doing a seminar with Dark Sheik this weekend, so I'm really excited about that too. I love her.
We've heard so much about Dark Sheik. If you get a chance, when you see her, when you're done picking her brain, just tell her, drop in, hey, dudes at ringside keep hearing about you. Yeah, just drop a name drop, because everybody tells us about her.
You want me to put in a good word for you?
Yes, please. Everybody keeps telling us about it, and I've been trying to look her up online. I'm like, does she go on her real name? Because Instagram's mean about nicknames. Like,
no, she's the Dark Sheik. She's Dark Sheik on all social media.
Because one wrestler told us, what wrestler was that told them that they couldn't use a nickname because Instagram wasn't about nicknames? Which one was that, Geek? I forgot.
Oh crap, I forgot too. I know who you're talking about though.
Yeah, they said that
I'm not aware of this.
They tried to use a nickname, and Instagram was like, can't use that.
I think it might have been like it was very recent though. It was very recent, right? It was like 2 podcasts ago.
I was like, then I couldn't have used Joe Panther III. I would have had to use my real name. I did when I first got my Instagram, I had to be Joe.
No, it was Oski. It was Oski.
It was Oski the Mayan Warrior. He had to use his real last name on his.
Word.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I use my real last name too. So I don't know, but I follow Dark Sheik, and she's just Dark Sheik.
Okay.
I think she's Dark Sheik FTF on Instagram. But yeah, actually, when I found out her shoot name, I was like, should I call you this? Should I call you Sheik? She's very chill. I'm sure if you inboxed her, she would graciously field your inquiry.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. We'll have to drop her the I call it the letter. We send people like this. My mom, I had a letter that it's like a letter we send to the wrestlers telling them about us and stuff like that. And Geek Pro.
Oh, I got it. Yes.
That's my mom rewrote it. Unless you got the old one. The old one was just like gibber. My mom's like, no, oh God, too much. That's too much.
Well, that's what moms are for, after all, right?
I was like, Mom. She's like, no. Changed, fixed, shortened. Okay, that's good. And I was like, okay, that's better. Okay, Geek, you're next.
What was it? Who would you say your toughest opponent was that you ever had to face?
Toughest opponent? Well, I've had 3 so far, and I think the toughest one has been Jessie, because I lost to her.
Yeah.
She hits hard. She kicked me in my back and pinned me to the mat, and that was it. So, yes, I think that would be my answer. I mean, also, Brother Greatness busted my lip open when I fought him. So, there was that. But I love him. So, does it matter? I don't know. I won. Does it matter?
You know what they say. You know what they say. Friends hit the hardest, I guess.
Yeah, that's because they love you.
Exactly.
That's
yeah,
how they show you.
Like this. Yeah.
The more the skin breaks, the more love can come pouring out of your skin. And by love, I mean blood.
That was a good yawn, pup.
Yeah, why don't you get out of here, actually? Why don't you get out of here? Bye.
Go watch it, your mamas.
Watching your mamas. I'm sorry, Joe. I've been like biting my tongue about mom jokes the entire time you're talking about your mother, and I'm like, I'm not gonna say it.
You should do it. I don't care. I don't get mad.
Well, you know how much I love moms,
Yeah. I'm not a person that gets mad about mama jokes, because I grew up in a town called Central Islip in Long Island, and
yeah, I know Islip.
Central Islip, yeah, CI, the hood, as I would call it. We're me and Geeks. We both went to NYT, so the kids in the school, I was there. Geek was their second year, and I was already a sophomore, and he was a freshman, and all of the teachers would have me bring around everybody from Geek's class to show them Central Islip, so they would not be scared of going to 7-Eleven at night. So I'm like, do I have to be the fucking tour guide? And on your left is a thug. Keep walking. Let's all go to 7-Eleven and buy Slurpees now. Everybody, don't talk to the guy standing over there selling weed. No. Keep going. So on your right is a stop sign. Of course you have that where you live.
Those were the days.
Oh, God, yeah. I could go to 7-Eleven, get myself a hot... I literally know. Geek knows. Right, Geek? I would be the guy that brought everybody to fucking 7-Eleven, but then I would get the fucking asshole to be like, hello? Joe, can you bring me to 7-Eleven? I want to get a Slurpee and a hot dog. You understand what fucking time it is? It's 12 o'clock at night. Fine, I'll get my pants on. I want a Slurpee anyway, fucker.
but that's not what... I don't know if you've been to Central Islip recently, Joe, but it's that someone just took an eraser and started erasing stuff. Joe knows what I'm talking. Joe knows.
Before I slip.
Yeah. It's like goodbye. It's like there's a mailman. No, Joe knows
way,
Joe.
I'm kind of sad about that, but that makes it. What do they call that? That brings up the makes the area look better.
Yeah.
There's a minor league ballpark there. That's good for people that want to come there to see there and want to live there.
There's an airport in Iceland.
Yeah. Of course.
It's
There's like 3 planes that come and go there every day.
They're building little fields too, like little tiny baseball fields right near Duck Stadium now. So, and they're beautiful baseball fields, by the way. So
I have a funny question for you. Do you collect anything?
Dogs.
Dogs.
Yeah. Let's see. I not really. I'm not like a Funko head person or anything like that. My girlfriend doesn't like me amassing things that have no real purpose. Neither do I. But yeah, I would say I collect dogs, people's moms.
You could give us some mom jokes. We won't get offended and we won't get sad.
I mean, that's pretty much the extent of it. I don't like disrespecting moms. I want to love them. I want to snuggle them and kiss them and love them and
my mom
do all kinds of things to them.
If you would have saw all the work my mom did today for our podcast, when t-shirt wise, from myself, my dad, and me, my hoodie, you'd be like, wow, Pat, Miss Panther, you really did a lot of work for this podcast today. Let's get a hug going here, lady.
Oh, I get more than a hug going with Mrs. Panther, that's for sure.
What's going on here?
Geek's like,
no, what did you do?
like, I told you.
I said, what kind of podcast did I get myself involved in?
We don't worry. We don't worry about anything here. We just worry about if the guest's happy, and we can tell we're already having fun. This is a fun episode right now. This is
good.
I'm glad we picked you. I'm glad I messaged you that day, whatever time of day I messaged you. If it wasn't early in the morning, I'm sorry.
I don't know, and I don't care.
Yeah. But I'm glad. It's your fun.
Well,
that's why I always want. Yeah, go ahead.
No. You go ahead. I wasn't gonna say anything really.
Yeah, that's why I always worry when I'm texting the guest. It's like, do I text them this early? And I'm like, because I start work at like 6 a.m, so I'm like, do I text them this early? I'm like, no, it's okay. I'll wait till later.
Don't worry about how early it is. Worry about how late it is. If you start texting and sending messages late, then you're getting into dicey territory. Because, I mean, if somebody's inboxing me at like midnight or past midnight, I'm like, what are their motives? What are they, if it's an email past midnight, I'm like, I'm never going to see that shit. It's going to be buried under all of the dumb shit from 1-800-Flowers and whatever else I've accidentally signed up for. So you gotta send emails first thing in the morning. You gotta send those messages first thing in the morning. You're on the right track.
Yeah. Because also me and Joe, we talk to people from different time zones. So we're always we're always listening. I'm like, do I really send it? Because it's probably 4 a.m. where this person is, or 3 a.m. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
So we never know. You know what I mean?
You never know.
We're learning. The fact is, we're doing a due diligence. We're learning how to tell time from different countries.
That's really great. You don't even have to learn. There's an application on your smartphone for that.
We know that already.
Okay. That's good.
Oh, I'm Mr. Dumb Joe. Didn't know that offhand that you just told me that. I go on Google. If it's 2:30 in England, what time is it in America?
Well, if it's in England, it's Greenwich Mean Time. So you're either subtracting 6 or adding 6, depending on what the continent is.
I got told by a Canadian wrestler that I guess they're in Ontario, and they're on a completely different time as us. I'm like, they must be on the California side of Canada.
Yeah, isn't Ontario West Coast?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know. How'd you get the name Panther?
Oh, okay. Here we go. Story time. My grandfather.
Sorry, Metal Geek.
Yeah, he's used to it because of me. My grandfather was a professional wrestler from 1955 to 1965. His name was Jose Quinones, Panther.
Cool.
He is the reason why. And my cousin Pete Sanchez was a professional wrestler around the same time. He trained with him, and pandemic style. I find out I have a third cousin, Frank Martinez, the Blue Demon, they're all from New York City.
I've heard of the Blue Demon, I think.
I have to find a picture. I'll send you one later. It's a black and white picture of him with a jacket on.
Cool.
I actually have a picture of my grandfather on the T-shirt. What happened? Oh, I thought you just went.
Yeah, my dogs are just doing whatever the fuck. That's awesome. That's your grandfather?
That's my grandpa. Yep.
Wow. So you got wrestling in your blood.
Yep. I wanted to become a wrestler, but I'm 5'1", so you'd probably tower over me.
Yeah, but there are plenty of 5'5", less than 5 foot tall wrestlers. There are plenty.
My dad would be like, "Oh, sorry."
Being on the smaller side would probably be an advantage.
I would go to the vet because everybody always like, "Oh, you should be like a cruiserweight, Joe," and I'm like, I'm 38. I'm 38 years old. Like, I jump off the top rope. I'm gonna either do like Rey Mysterio and flip, and you'd be like flippy do, and then hit my head accidentally against the turnbuckle because I wasn't ready for it, or Sid Vicious style. I plant and then my leg turns into a fucking L.
And what about you, Metal Geek? Is this your instant messenger screen name?
Yeah, so basically, it's not too hard to figure out why I'm Metal Geek, because I love metal music, and I love geek things such as Marvel, what's it called, horror movies, uh, anything DC, anything basically geek related. I love so.
And
Okay.
the one thing about Geek and Geek is the reason why I became a fan of the independent wrestling scene, because Geek's like super into like Ring of Honor and stuff like that.
Ring of Honor got me into the independent scene. If I wasn't for Ring of Honor, I was hooked. And I'm like, who are these guys, man?
Well, we met in college. The resident, because Geek didn't have any friends, he was sitting in his room. He was being antisocial, and the resident told me, "You need to hang out with this guy." I'm like, I don't know who the hell this guy is. Like, do I know him? They're like, no, you get to hang out with him, Lance Joe. And I'm like, hi. He's like, hey, what's up? You want to go watch wrestling? I don't have all these DVDs in my room. And he showed me the box. I'm like, I'm not watching porn with another guy. This is not cool. It's wrestling. Are you sure? I've seen a lot of fresh boxes of random things with DVDs in it that I don't know what they are until I look, and I'm like, whoa, what am I watching?
That is really special. You guys.
And then I started watching for each other, and I got hooked. I was like, this is cool. Let's go. With the Daniel Bryans and the what was it? Kevin Owens,
CM Punk, Samoa Joe.
Punk. Oh my god! And then I went to my first Ring of Honor show with Geek. We saw, who was it? What, CM Punk
versus Samoa Joe.
That sounds
awesome.
That was a good match.
Yeah.
And we got a chance to see a face-off between Daniel Bryan and who was it? Daniel Bryan and who was it? They did
it was crap. One of your favorite guys, Bobby the Brain Heenan, against Jim Cornette, and they were just well at each other.
Jim Cornette?
Jim Cornette was in this promotion back in the day in Ring of Honor.
But he wasn't playing that like weird preacher guy, right?
No.
Oh.
No, he was. He was playing like his character that he normally plays with the tennis racket and everything. So.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
So crazy.
I fanboyed out to I'm a big fan of like the old school heel, even though my grandpa was a heel, and I tend to be like the tweener in the podcast. Sometimes I'm a heel, sometimes I'm a face, depending on the day. But I met Bobby the Brain Heenan, and I was just like almost shaking because as a child, watching him like speak for the wrestler and just talk, and the way he did all his stuff. That's when he just got throat cancer, and he just started talking like this before he was, before he lost his jaw. And I took a picture of him like this, and I said, "Can you do a really quick announcement for me?" And he's like, "What do you want me to say?" And I said, just say, "This is my client, Kid Crazy," because that's every SmackDown game. That was my name on the game, Kid Crazy. And I was like, "Can you please just give me an announcement like you do for every wrestler you did in the 90s and the 80s?" He's like, and I told him what to say. He's like, "This is my client, Kid Crazy, that Puerto Rican sensation. I swear that boy is Mexican."
Wow.
I looked at him. I just got mad because he called me a Mexican. I was like, yeah, man. I'm almost Mexican. I'm almost Mexican.
So he's a racist.
Yeah.
So he's racist. King's like,
Joe's like, "I'll let it slide." He's like, "It's Bobby Heenan. What are you gonna say?"
Yeah.
When he died, I was like, cancer. Why cancer? Until Bobby. And then my favorite ring announcer of all time, Howard Finkel. That was hard.
I don't know who that is.
The WWF ring announcer, mustache. Oh wait, here we go. We have a question from Mima Mania.
Who was your favorite
tag team growing up? Well, I've got. Don't get mad at me, but I didn't really watch a lot of wrestling outside of WWE. When I was in high school, I kind of like tagged along with some guy friends. I would watch SmackDown and stuff. I would play SmackDown too. I love playing SmackDown. But in terms of a tag team, oh my God. I couldn't tell you who I liked growing up, but I can tell you who I like now. You know, I mean, I think probably my favorite tag team right now that's working is oh God, no, I don't know. It's probably gonna be like somebody on AEW, honestly. I'm really digging like all of the little factions and stuff that they've kind of had crop up. But Jurassic Express is probably my favorite right now, honestly. I just think that they're
don't sing the theme song. Don't sing the theme song. We're gonna get.
I don't even know what it is.
Last night we always announcing a wrestler was coming on our podcast. I don't know if you ever heard of Coach Mamone.
Yeah, I've heard of Coach Mamone.
He's coming on Saturday. If you're not busy, no, tomorrow, Friday. If you're not busy on Friday, he's coming on at 8 p.m. If you want to watch him, come watch him.
Okay, I'll try. But yes, I just recently heard of Coach Mamone, and he is like the general consensus about him is that he is a fantastic wrestler who does not wrestle enough at all. No. I think he's very selective, right, about like where and when he wrestles.
Yeah. He only wrestles for VPW right now, so.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I think Creative Pro too.
I think maybe Creative Pro because they're connected to VPW, but
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
So
he's a very elusive character. He seems very interesting.
Is another character that you should definitely. I would love to see you fight so you could just destroy him. Johnny.
That would be an interesting. Johnny Pop.
Johnny Collins.
Oh, I was going to say Johnny Pop is like a character from a comedy wrestling show that I used to do called XSW. Anyways, Johnny Collins.
Yeah, pretty boy Johnny Collins. He thinks he's better than everybody, and he always talks down to the women wrestlers. And I would love to see you just go, "Good job, little man." And it's like, bam.
Wait, he does? No, he doesn't.
He told Karen to make me a sandwich.
No, that was Mr. Tibbs.
Oh, I thought that was him.
That was Mr. Tibbs.
See how I get people in trouble?
I don't know. If somebody told me to make me a sandwich in the ring, I might shoot on him, honestly. I'll fucking punch his ass.
You first. That's what I would have told him. You first.
Yeah.
Your mother first.
Yeah.
Don't tell your mother to do that.
Your mom made me a sandwich last night.
It was delicious.
Oh, it was delicious.
Best sandwich.
Yeah.
Do you play any video games?
Yeah, I play Animal Crossing.
That's a good one.
I started playing Animal Crossing like a month ago after everybody has put it down forever and they've completely maxed themselves out on it. I'm now like, I'm taking to Twitter. I'm like, give me your dodo code. Or, I'm like, it's my favorite thing. And it's my girlfriend's Switch. So she's actually out of town for work and she took it with her. So now I'm kind of just like sitting around in the dark by myself.
Well, if you have Netflix, I have a few shows you should watch, or Hulu.
What shows?
You should watch Atypical. It's about a kid.
I have watched Atypical. I love Atypical.
Yes, we have to get back into it because this thing called Dudes at Ringside kind of like took over everything I do. And
I hear that.
There goes watching Atypical. And when I'm not doing the podcast, we watch the season. Is it season 9 of American Horror? Is it season 9? Am I wrong saying it's season 10? Which one is it?
I mean, it's been on for a long time now. It might be 10.
Yeah, this season is filmed in a small town in Massachusetts, and it's like very creepy. All I'm gonna say is you definitely need to check it out because it's like.
Is it like a Stephen King? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a Stephen King fan to some extent. I'm more a fan of the productions that come out of Stephen King's writing than Stephen King himself because I think his books are just like grueling. But I really loved Castle Rock. Did y'all watch Castle Rock?
Ooh, definitely have to check that out. That sounds good.
Now there's a new one called Chapelwaite that is starring Adrian Brody, and that's about a Stephen King novel as well. Y'all, don't do this on me right now.
No dog brawling on dudes. We like floofs. We don't like floofs fighting.
Murders Only in the Building and 9 Perfect Strangers. My mother is really loving Murders Only in the Building, and I've been watching 9 Perfect Strangers very slowly, and I keep thinking about it and like taking about 3 weeks in between each episode. I think it's a drug thing. Like things that are about like psychedelic drugs are kind of hard for me to watch for some reason. Because I did a lot of them when I was a kid. And now I don't do them anymore.
I started actually watching Squid Games because everyone at work is starting to talk about it.
Oh my God. It's so good. It's so good.
A lot of people at work.
Relentless, you know? Can you hear my dog fighting right now?
Like the dog's barking, you're gonna get flagged thinking Geek's playing a death metal song.
No.
You can hear them growling.
Yeah, you can hear it. It sounds like the start of a death metal song. That's
so
like
our Spotify users are not going to understand what's going on right now when I upload this.
They're going to be like, "Is Sazzy have a death metal band playing in the background?"
You know it.
You'll be like, "I'll try to mosh," and they'll be like, "No, Joe, no, we don't mosh against each other. You're smaller than me. I have to jump up and mosh."
Yeah, but Squid Games. I started watching it. I'm like, what is going on here? Is this show in English or
No, it's in Korean.
And it's like all dubbed and everything. And I'm like, but it's good. Whatever I've been watching, it's good, you know?
I watched the undubbed version. I don't know. I get to in my head when I'm watching like non-English actors be dubbed over in English. I think it's sometimes a little bit hokey, but at the same time, like, you know, you really have to be paying attention if you have to read a bunch of subtitles. But it's well worth it. I think that show is excellent. It's like one of the best shows that have come out this year.
Okay, now I gotta watch the rest of it now.
Yeah,
go and watch it.
It's really good.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Definitely check out. You already said you watch Atypical, but I got to get back and watch it again because I'm obsessed with the girlfriend of the kid with autism, Penny.
The kid with the main character.
Yeah,
right?
his girlfriend. Yeah, I'm obsessed.
Oh yeah, she's really cute. I follow her on. Yeah, I follow her on TikTok. She's very funny.
Yes,
very cute girl.
I like the hair with the buns. When she had the first season, she had her hair in buns. I like that. It's cute.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Geek.
Oh yeah. And what else? Do you have any stories from the ring that you could tell or training?
Yeah. I mean, again, like I've had a pretty short career. Yeah. I think that probably the one thing that is consistently ground into my head week after week is to slow down, because, you know, wrestlers don't move nearly as fast as people think they do. And every moment, every move in the ring counts. So that's really been something that I've taken to heart recently. Let's see. I feel like there's a story probably from this last from this last weekend. I went up to Maine and I was with Logan Black, my coach. I was with Leroy. I was with Dan the Goddamn Candyman, Shotgun Adams, and Joseph A. Game Alexander, and Tony Page. And we were all staying, I think I'm missing somebody, but there were 8 of us, and we all had to stay in a Motel 6 between 2 rooms, and each room was supposed to have 2 beds. We opened the doors. Both rooms have 1 bed. It's 3:00 in the morning. Logan goes down to argue with the front desk clerk. We all just kind of wait around. He comes back completely defeated. He's like, "This is what we got. This is what we got. They're all booked up." So I went downstairs and I started talking to the front desk clerk, and I said, "Look, what do you got? What do you got that's not occupied in this in this building right now. He said, we got 2 rooms and they are both being reserved right now. And then his mother walked out from behind the wall. And I said, what's your name? She told me. And all I can say is I got us a 3rd room. That's it. I got us a 3rd room. I got us a 3rd room. What can I say? I'm a motherfucker. I'm a motherfucker. Plain and simple. So that was fun.
We have to use you. You have to use you whenever the guests start. When the guest starts getting disorderly in the chat, we have to have you as a 3rd mod. Oh, really? Do you have a mom?
Yes. Everybody has a mom. Sometimes they've passed on. That's always problematic. I try not to threaten to fuck anybody's mom who I know is not on this planet anymore.
We had a female wrestler from Finland. The show was going great. We were good.
Joe.
And we started talking. We got.
What happened, Joe? You still there?
Oh wow!
Oh, what?
I'm not gonna say what happened.
Did you do that on purpose?
Talk off the air. You could talk.
It just got bad. I wasn't gonna talk about.
That was great.
I wasn't gonna say what happened. I'm just saying it just got bad. That's all I'm saying. It got bad.
Okay.
It was a good show, and then it went south.
I love the self-censoring thing. You keep doing it. Whenever he's saying something, just be like, "Oh, wait."
That's why I love being the host.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say it, Geek. You didn't have to do that. I was just gonna say it just got weird, but we love to help our guests in any way possible. So are you doing any shows upcoming?
Yeah, I have my show on Saturday. It is a secret show. It will be in Brooklyn. If you want to know where, you can DM me here at on my Instagram or on Twitter. You can DM me. Covers $10, and I think the show starts the doors open at 7. Bell time's at 8. And let's see. The last weekend of October on the 30th, I will be in a 3-way tag match at the Photo Club in maybe I don't know if that was my connection or your connection, but Photo Club October 30th. Not sure what time yet, but the flyer will be on my Twitter. Please give me a follow, and that's where I will post about anything coming up. That's where all my links are, my merch links, etc. Here.
I get that. I
pointing in the right direction. Am I pointing in the right direction?
I'm wrong too. When I try to do the intro with Geek, I always have to I'm pointing at the point at my wall that I point at.
There you go. Point
at Geek, and if I want to point at something else, I have to pretend like I'm pointing at something, and it's my legs I'm pointing at.
I'm pointing at my right knee, but it's also my handle. All right, this is King. King has his own handle too. King and Duncan on Instagram.
Oh.
Yeah.
We want to thank
okay.
You so much.
Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. It was such a pleasure. It was really nice to meet you guys. Best of luck to you. You've got a great little production going here, honestly.
We want you to come back eventually in the future.
Sure. You've got a lot of wrestlers to get around to.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We'll have you back on next year or whatever. We'll have you when you have more matches under your belt. You'll have more stories to talk about.
Yes, we will. We will compare and contrast where we are in our careers, in our respective green careers.
Yeah.
Green careers. That can only turn. They're green, but they will only turn gold.
That's right.
There you go.
He's right there.
Well, I have one wrestler before we're done. You have to wrestle that's in Becca's promotion. You have to. I want to know if you wrestle when next time you come back. Little Mean Kathleen.
I would love to wrestle Kathleen. I don't know when that's going to happen. I hope sooner than later. because it's Limitless, right? Or Beyond?
Yeah. Beyond. Limitless? I think she's in both.
Okay, yeah. I mean, if I got to wrestle for either of those promotions, I would be so happy. So hopefully by the next time I'm on this podcast, that will be the case.
That one and Davian you have to wrestle too.
Yeah. Oh gosh, that would be awesome.
And we're actually having the owner of an all-female promotion in Alabama called Coventry Pro. Would you?
I've heard of it. I've heard of it.
Would you mind if we name drop you? He's coming on the 29th.
Absolutely not. Name drop away.
Okay, cool.
All right. I gotta take care of this guy.
All right.
Okay.
Later.
All right. Say bye, King. Bye.
Bye, King. Later.
Bye.
Bye.
And goodbye.
What do we do?
We going?
Yeah.
There we go. Right. All right.
Oh, if you wanna help support us, go to. Oh.
Wait. Where's the link? We're screwing up today. http://streamlabs.com/dudes@ringside. http://streamlabs.com/dudes@ringside. Joe, take it away.
And we have a big day tomorrow. Our show tomorrow starts at 2 p.m. We hang out with with
Brody Adler, right?
Brody Adler at 2:30, and then at 6 we have what's that?
Lady Bird
from Texas, and then we come back to the lovely state of Long Island, the lovely island, and we hang out with Coach Ramon. See you guys tomorrow.
Did it freeze?
No, it's still going.